Good. How you doing?
Good. Next year, she plans on attending a four-year university and majoring.
Yeah, you know Marcos? Yeah, he left me high and dry. You know Marcos?
The following program is made possible in part by the Nancy Eccles and Homer Hayward Family Foundation, the Digital Media Foundation, Yellow Brick Road, and the Arts Council for Monterey County. A big thank you from MCAETtv.
Yeah, I know. I had a chance to talk to him yesterday. And then Coach Brown is one of the coaches at Carmel. So yeah, it's a big week last week, huh? Taking after his dad?
Awesome. Has cheered for 4 years. She would like to thank her family and friends for being at the games and remaining supportive. One of her
So there'll be a
like a
we are live at Alisal High School. We've got the Soledad Aztecs taking on the Alisal Trojans here tonight. Friday Night Lights. I'm Bruce Deeney from MCAETtv with downtown Danny Brown. Dan, it's nice to have you in the booth.
Bruce, I'm glad to be here. Love to work the game with you tonight. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so we've got it's kind of a playoff game for these two teams. A little early, but it's sort of it's do or die for Soledad. And if Alisal doesn't win this, it changes the playoff picture completely, right?
Absolutely. It looks like Alisal's kind of in the driver's seat to get the second spot, actually as a wild card, the third spot in our conference. But you got to tip your hat to Soledad, who's won 2 football games here right at the end of the season, and they're playing tough football right here. But Alisal, let me tell you, they can definitely run the football down your face.
So yeah, Soledad coming off a couple of big wins for their program. A very slow start. The program did really well under Coach Frankie Berlanga for the last several years, and struggling a little bit with first-year head coach Eric Rodriguez, but really kind of coming together toward the end. And then Alisal, tough schedule. Started up with opening preseason game was Palma, and then last couple of weeks were up and down. They had for our viewers tonight, Coach Brown's one of the coaches at Carmel High School, and they defeated Alisal last week, but Alisal was up 14-10 at the halftime, and was doing really well on the ground. So they dropped one to Carmel last week, but a big win the week before at Watsonville. So looks like a good game tonight, Coach.
Absolutely. Alisal, real tough football team. Their head coach has done a great job with this program the last 3 years. They'll run the ball, ball control offense. It's a veer option offense out of a wing T set. And then Soledad will give you a little bit of some different things. They're a traditional I-back play action pass team, but they will show some spread stuff and throw the ball a little bit.
Sure. Talk to us a little bit about the running back for Alisal, number 32. We'll see him a lot tonight, Dorian Segovia.
I tell you, we had a rough afternoon trying to tackle him. Hard-nosed player, kind of an old-school fullback type. You never see him outside the tackles. He's pretty much right at you inside the tackles. We must have hit him 50 times in the first half last week, and a tough kid, real outstanding player.
And then they had a player who was hurt last week, Israel Corona, number 21, who runs a little bit of that fly and is a wide receiver, kind of slot back kind of guy, multi-purpose player, and he's in the lineup tonight for Soledad.
Yeah, two-way starter. I think he also plays corner on defense. When he came walking in with crutches, we were looking at that going, uh-oh, their outside perimeter threat wasn't in the lineup last week, and that hurt them a little bit. They were pretty much an inside run-oriented type team against us, and it kind of played into our favor as the game went on. But he's a heck of a ball player. Yeah, and he also returns punts and kickoffs.
So we are MCAETtv. My name is Bruce Deeney. I'm with Dan Brown, and MCAET, the Media Center for Art, Entertainment, and Technology, student run by a lot of the students at Millennium Charter School, and we're getting ready for a kickoff tonight. They're doing the coin toss out at the center of the field. Tonight's game is being broadcast live on YouTube. streamed through MCAETtv.org, and is being broadcast live on Comcast Cable Channel 26, Charter Cable 17, and ATTUverse Channel 99. Also, a rebroadcast of tonight's game will be at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning on the CW, Channel 14. So lots of places to watch this game, especially after the fact, and we're happy to be coming to you live tonight at Alisal High School. Big night here tonight, senior night for both the football team and the cheerleaders. The cheer program here at Alisal, fantastic. We did a halftime segment on them a while ago. And our last time we were out here broadcasting, and they have something like 210 girls came out for cheer, and they keep 30 cheerleaders for each squad. And it's just a great program for varsity, JV, and also for the freshman team. So, Coach, what do you? If you're Soledad, you're coming up here. You've got a couple of key injuries. You've got maybe about 30 players suited up for the game. What are you thinking? What do you want to do?
Well, if I was a Soledad coaching staff, you know, Alisal is going to run the football. So you want to make sure you don't give up a cheap 6-point long play. You want to keep everything in front of you. And then, on offense for Soledad, they need to establish the run game. And if they establish the run game, their play action fake and their rollout stuff is dangerous. So it'll open up some things for Soledad. I think it's real critical this first quarter here. If Soledad can kind of stalemate this thing back and forth, you might have a really, really fantastic football game on our hands tonight.
Very good. I think we're going to take a little break for the playing of the national anthem.
Please rise and remove your caps as Alisal Senior Esmeralda Cruz will sing our national anthem.
MCAETtv, we educate, we create, we deliver.
Friday Night Lights for MCAETtv. I'm Bruce Deeney with Dan Brown at Alisal High School. We're getting ready for kickoff. Alisal versus Soledad. We're counting down just to the final moments before kickoff. We got our officials out in the middle of the field doing their huddle high five. Let's have a great game, guys. Ready break. They almost did a clean break out there, Coach, and had a nice 3-octave rendition of the national anthem. And we're ready to go here at Alisal. So waiting for the opening kickoff. You're Alisal now. Flip the coin a little bit for you, Coach Brown, and you've got you're probably the favorite to come in and win. Big night, senior night. What are you telling your kids?
Well, you want to stay focused. They had a tough ball game last week against Carmel High. But, this is playoff ramifications for Alisal High. Senior night, last ball game of the season. Just maintain their poise, take care of the football. Sometimes with option teams, they can put the ball on the ground and all of a sudden there's a turnover. And momentum in high school football can shift a football game real quickly. But I'm thinking we'll probably see Alisal back in their base defense this week, where they ran a different rendition of their defense last week against us.
So we've got Abraham Montano to kick, and we've got on Soledad, Marcus Morales back deep to receive. And that kick goes, looks like it's just going to go into the end zone, so Soledad will bring that out on their own 20. So the starting lineup for Soledad tonight, we're going to be looking at number 17, Gabriel Flores at quarterback. In the backfield, Richie Urquidez, big powerful runner for the Soledad Aztecs. Wide receiver, we've got Angel Olivas. Angel Olivas caught the winning touchdown pass in the game last year versus these two teams. Confident, we've got a little interview with him later. And the other split wide receiver is David Madrigal, number 19. So split to our side, we've got...
Yeah, Bruce, looks like they're coming out in a spread formation here.
So Flores to throw, and he's got number 19, David Madrigal. So a pickup of about 5 yards. So as we begin this first quarter of play at Alisal High School, Soledad on the first play of the drive, picks up about 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3 to go.
Ball's placed at the Aztec 37-yard line, 27-yard line.
2nd and 3, single back. And that's a give up to Urquidez, and he gets up pretty close to that first down marker.
Yeah, good push there. Little ISO in the middle of the set there. That first play, a nice little timing route, got the ball off. One step, bam, they were throwing.
So nice little first down for Soledad. That's a confidence builder. Always good to get that first down under your belt.
Absolutely, they look the part tonight. This looks like a pretty good ball game here brewing here.
So we've got Flores with the Urquidez, and that's just swung out to looks like Madrigal, or excuse me, on the Angel Olivas, and so that'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, looked like a little pressure there by Andres Madrigal, number 8 there, outside backer for Alisal.
So Soledad 2-7 on the year, coming off of 2 straight wins. A lot of confidence coming into this game. We've got Madrigal split out to our side, the near side here.
Hey Bruce, can you move your mic just a little bit away from you? Just a little bit.
And that's a long pass. It's going to be overthrow everybody, but that's intended for number 15, Angel Olivas.
Looks like they're trying to get a little quick one there. Quick one. Lined up in their I-back formation, and Alisal High School went back to their odd front, where it's kind of a reduced 50 front. Looks like they're going to use that versus the run scheme of Soledad. And if they come out with their 4 wide package, looks like they may go back to an even front, more of a nickel look, at least on the first couple plays. That's what we're seeing so far here.
Well, bringing up a little bit of a passing down, 3rd and 10. With 10:57 in the first quarter. Under center, that give is to, looks like that gives number 3, Christopher Gonzalez.
Gonzalez takes it to the Soledad 34-yard line. This will bring up 4th down and about 6 for the Aztecs.
So 4th and 6, a little reversal from that first drive, but Soledad looks like they're just going to punt this ball away, and they've got number 19, David Madrigal to punt. Back for Alisal is number 21, Israel Corona. Hurt last week, but he's back. Looks like little surprise something. He's just going to throw that ball down. He's got a receiver, and that'll fall Toledo. So turnover on downs here.
Little gadget there, little fake punt. They try to throw the ball for a first down.
So deep in your own territory, you got to question that call a little bit at the beginning of the game. But trying something a little bit different, the unexpected, giving Alisal good field position on their own. Looks like their own 39-yard line. So we'll see what Coach Cesar Shiraz has up his sleeve tonight. Getting up the line in a hurry. We've got Look for a quick hitting play, and that's right up the middle to their big back, number 32, Dorian Segovia, but he doesn't get much.
Yeah, it looked like Soledad was ready for that dive action, and they were all over him. A couple bodies on the tackle there.
Quarterback for Alisal is Julian Renteria, the senior. Good athlete. Dorian Segovia, number 32, in the backfield. As a receiver, we've got Hernan Alvarez, number 27, that we'll be seeing, and David Cuevas, number 6. We'll be seeing a lot of David Cuevas. And
Segovia, the handoff tripped off at the line of scrimmage by number 1, Morales.
yeah, straight handoff to Segovia again.
Yeah, that's their arsenal. They
Figured that worked in the first half against you guys. They're going to go right to that, Coach.
They're going to test that inside first. They want to get the fullback going, and then the QB is going to pull and he's going to run his option game. But they want to establish that fullback Segovia right now.
Try to get them to pinch in a little bit in the middle and maybe expose something on the perimeter.
But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They do run a toss play. I'm curious if they're going to go there or they go play action here and try and throw the fade like they did last week with us. Let's see.
So we've got Enrique Ibarra spread out to, or just in tight on our side. Looks like that little
Toss.
fly pitch,
Yeah.
and that's
Nice
tackle.
Number 31, David Maciel.
David Maciel on that.
Nice tackle by the Soledad linebacker out in open field there. That was a nice little form-fit tackle.
This will bring up 4th down.
So fourth and about
3 for the Trojans.
3 yards, 8:31 in the first quarter. Alisal moving a little bit here, and we'll see what they've got on 4th down. Looks like kind of a bunch set for them. That's a fake pitch, and that give is right up the middle to Dorian Segovia. So enough for a first down, Coach.
Yeah, it looked like Soledad was trying to run a little inside stunt there with a backer and kind of ran right by the fullback. And the fullback, good vision, he had his head up and made the cutback and got the first down.
So that'll bring up, first down, 8-10 in the first quarter. Alisal moving the ball on their own 21, and that looks like that's a give to
Fumble.
little bobble that ball. Looked like that was intended for
Hit at the line of scrimmage.
Segovia, but
No gain, 2nd.
following behind a block of Isaac Duenas, looked like he fell on that ball.
I tell you, Bruce, we could talk about all the wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and the linebackers, but sometimes we fail to remember the offensive lineman and that big offensive guard, Isaac Duenas for Alisal is a phenomenal specimen, a heck of a football player. They like to run behind him on any given down.
Number 52, right guard, and that's right behind Duenas. That's a pitch out, and good fake on that, got me. And so that's a pitch to look like to Jose Hernandez. Got me on that one, Coach.
There's that option game right there, and sometimes you just don't know where the ball is. And, defensively, Soledad's got to have a guy on the dive, got a guy on the quarterback, and got to have a guy on the option. So it's assignment-based defense for Soledad tonight versus this kind of wing T veer option attack by Alisal.
So Soledad having to stay real disciplined. 3rd and about 8, long 8 coming up. And that looks like a little handoff to, that's number 31. That's
Hernandez again.
Hernandez on that carry.
Number 31.
Yeah,
Picks up about 4.
Little wing back, kind of a wing back trap, coming back the other way with the wing back.
The ball at the 15.
Good little misdirection.
Still be able to get behind the coattails of Duenas a little bit, right?
Yeah, he is a big time looking player. I hope he ends up playing college football somewhere.
Not enough for a first down. Brings up about 4th and about, I'll call it 4. And we've got a field goal attempt with Abraham Montano. Got a good foot on him. So we'll see what he's able to do tonight. This at about a 30-yard field goal attempt. And that looks like it is straight through. So Soledad hits first here, or excuse me, Alisal hits first here, 3-0, 5:44 in the first quarter. We'll be right back after this short break.
Growing up, I was kind of reserved and quiet, and then when I got on the soccer field, I sort of just left all that behind me. You know, my friends and I, we would laugh and scream and just like have so much fun. And so as I started playing soccer and getting more into it, at school I realized it was easier for me to make friends and connect, just because that camaraderie I had on the soccer team, I felt like I could do that in real life. Like, why not?
Friday Night Lights at Alisal. Bruce Deeney with Dan Brown for MCAETtv. After about a 30-yard field goal, we've got Abraham Montano kicking off. We've got Morales deep for Soledad. And that's going to be just a pooch punt. It's gonna, and that looks like that might have been recovered by Alisal at the, if that went 10 yards.
Flag is thrown into the kick.
Well, I don't know if we'll have a view of this for you, but it looked to me that he might have gotten that foot in. But that ball's got to go 10 yards, and they've got to, of course, be inbounds when they field that. But that's a live ball at 10 yards.
Absolutely. I guess you could call it a pooch kick, where they kind of like a little chip shot in golf, where they kick the ball up in the air.
They could argue that ball could have gone outside, but there's a newer rule in the last couple of years that ball has to go. It can't go too high. Is that right?
Absolutely. On an onside kick, if the ball gets bounced up in the air, it becomes, I believe, a dead football, because they're trying to limit the a potential hazard of a kid getting hit by a spearing, by the opponent spearing him. So they're trying to adjust some of the rules for safety, and they have a really good rule, I think, for onside kicks, especially when the ball goes up in the air over, like you said, Bruce, the shoulders of the player.
So we're still waiting for the rule.
37-yard line. First down, Aztecs.
So that's going to be, I'll try to get an explanation for our viewers, but that's a tremendous field position for Soledad. So that onside kick backfired for Alisal. Now Soledad would take over at the Alisal 42-yard line. So we've got Flores bringing his team up. He's under center and looking to throw. A little quick pass out there to that's Olivas, who's fighting for extra yards, and he looks like he fights to above the about the 23-yard line.
Nice little quick slant by Olivas. Got inside the corner and had a nice little passing lane by the quarterback and hit him in stride.
Really fought for some extra yards after the catch there. So it brings up first and 10 at about 25-yard line. That looks like that's just a straight give to Christopher Gonzalez, who has a nice run and down to about the 10-yard line, maybe the 9.
Yeah,
nice
looks like he broke outside on his own. I think he can. It looked like they were man blocking it, and he can kind of choose his hole. And he popped it outside, got around the corner, and nice gain there. He's a tough runner also. He runs hard.
Chris Gonzalez showing his athleticism there as brings up another first and goal for Soledad here early in the game. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And that's going to give again to Gonzalez, who gets trying to look for that edge, Coach.
Absolutely. It looks like they're seeing something over there on the Soledad sideline versus Alisal's outside backer, outside tackle play, the defensive end possibly, and they attack that again.
So it brings up second and goal.
Alisal 7-yard line, second
about the Alisal 7-yard line here.
and goal for the Aztecs.
So second and goal for Soledad. Looking to throw here. Going to his right. He's got a receiver out there, and that's going to be complete at about the 2 to 3 yard line. That's 19. David Madrigal making a nice diving catch there.
Down at the 4-yard line.
Looked like a little comeback route Alisal looked like they tried to pressure him, but the QB had a little rollout and got a good ball off to the whiteout there.
It's a third and about, third and goal on about the 4-yard line here with 3:58 in the first quarter.
For everyone in attendance, so make your way to the Alisal cafeteria today after the game for the 5th quarter, sponsored by the Alisal Rotary Club.
So we've got Flores looking like he's in the shotgun, but it looks like Coach Eric Gonzalez didn't like what he saw. So with that opportunity, we're going to take a little short break and be right back.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Bruce Deeney with Danny Brown here on Friday night. We've got Alisal up 3-0, 3:46 to go in the first quarter. Soledad is knocking at the door. It's third and about 4 yards, probably 2 down territory for Soledad here, Coach.
Yeah, I tell you what, Soledad has came to play. Tried the fake punt earlier, and they are battling here.
Flores under center. And that's a quick little inside give to the number 31, Urquidez. Looks like Urquidez got it down to about the 1.5, call it 2-yard line. So big 4th and goal. Yeah, 4th and goal here for Soledad. Looking to try to punch this one in. And looking to throw that ball. And that's a beautiful pass to Olivas. So beautiful pass to Olivas, who caught the winning touchdown in last year's contest with about 24 seconds to go. Really exciting game that gave Soledad the win. So they call Olivas 7-11 down there in Soledad. He's always open, always 24/7.
I tell you what, to run a slant play, you got to have a little toughness in you, and he's caught 2 quick slants across the middle, and I got to tip my hat to the quarterback, Gabe Flores, for getting the ball off and hitting him in stride.
So the extra point attempt for Soledad is up and good, and that looks like that was David Madrigal punching that ball through the goalpost. So with 3:17 in the first quarter, it's getting exciting here, Coach. It's Soledad up 7-3. We're going to take a short break and be right back for the kickoff.
It's a big responsibility.
Oh, it's huge. I know, it's huge.
And the salary.
Oh my god, yes.
Right?
I mean, like, I was about to move with my parents, and right before, so this saved me.
I really believe in you, you know.
Thank you. It's nice to hear that from someone.
These are cool. Did you,
And we're back live at Alisal High School. Bruce Deeney with Dan Brown from MCAETtv. Tonight's game being broadcast live on MCAETtv.org or MCAET.org and MCAET.org and live on Comcast Channel 26, Charter Cable 17. We're getting ready for the kickoff, and that's Madrigal to kick. And he gets a nice kick, plenty of hang time. That's going to be fielded by number 7 back there, Enrique Ibarra. And he's taking up the right side. He's at about the 30-yard line, finally brought down by a couple of Aztecs about the 36-yard line. So nice return.
Yeah, he caught that right back there, right in front of the goal line, and then got a little around the turn there and almost broke that one tackle. It looked like he was going to get more than that.
So Alisal will go to work here with 3:09 in the first quarter on looks like their own 37-yard line. We've got Eduardo Rodriguez split out to our side, and that's going to be a give to their big power running back, Dorian Segovia. picks up about 5 yards on that play.
That was a nice drive by Soledad on that last drive there, Bruce, going the it was actually a short field. We're going to find out about that onside kick and what happened on. We're going to find out probably at halftime.
Yeah, we'll find out at halftime what exactly that ruling is, but Alisal coming up under center right here, and that give is to Segovia again, and he's just powering ahead there. Looks like they're content with the run Segovia up the middle, see if something breaks.
They will definitely give him touches, and they're gonna test the inside part of that Soledad defense.
Well, they're going to be testing Jesus Lopez and Richie Urquidez, on that defensive line. So tough defensive line in there. Also, Jacob Olivas at linebacker. So that's going to be a little pitch to number 21, Israel Corona. Looks like he might have enough for the first down. And they're going to give him the first down. So that will be first down for Alisal. We've got a little less than 2 minutes, 1:58 in the first quarter. Alisal picking up the first down and seeing what they can do in the next minute 50 seconds. Julian Renteria bringing his team up, and that's going to be a straight give to that's Segovia, and he's got room. He's going all the way. That's the touchdown, Alisal. Segovia, beautiful run right up the middle, Coach.
I tell you, good backs, the more times they touch the football, the percentage goes up that they're going to break a runoff, as we just saw.
Knocking at the door, keep chipping away. So Alisal strikes right back with that's about a 65-yard run there.
Right down the middle. It looked like he went untouched.
He went through there pretty fast, Coach. And so we've got Abraham Montano come in and trying for the extra point. Showing some speed on that too. I don't. We'll probably get another look at that right after this extra point. But he shows some breakaway speed. Snap is down, and that kick is perfect. So maybe we have a chance to take another look at that run and see if anybody did touch him.
By 3 with 1:32 left in the first quarter. On this beautiful evening here at Kearney Chalkenfield Stadium. Beautiful.
Well, maybe we can take another look at that when we come back. But as for right now, we're going to take a short break with 1:32. The score, Alisal 10. Soledad 7, and we'll be right back after this short announcement.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you pass?
I should be fine.
You should be?
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So it turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
So we're getting ready for the kickoff after a beautiful touchdown run by Darian Segovia. And we've got Montano to kick. And that kick is going to go into the end zone. Big, powerful kicker. And, when you got a kicker that can put it in the end zone, high school football, unless there's a strategy reason for not doing that, put it in the end zone, right, Coach?
We've watched, we had 2 or 3 films on Alisal, and their kicker, Abraham Montano. I tell you, every game he put it in the end zone. We saw him kick a couple different field goals of 40+, and he's actually a real good punter, too. It's really good to have a kicking threat on a high school football team. It's a weapon.
So we've got looks like Richie Urquidez lined up, but that give is to number 3, Christopher Gonzalez, who's got some room to the outside. He's got enough for a first down and probably 2 or 3 more. Boy, really doing well cutting to the outside, finding that edge.
They found something over there on the, looks like the weak side of Alisal's defensive front.
And that Richie Urquidez is a real powerful runner up the middle. So you gotta pay attention to him, right, Coach?
And you know what? He's got quick feet. He knows how to kind of bounce outside a little bit. Good vision, good balance. Yeah, tough kid to bring down.
So same formation. We've got Arquedes as fullback and Gonzalez at tailback now. That gives to Gonzalez, but he didn't fool anybody. He's met there by it looks like number 60. Is that it? Number 60, Alexis Lopez. Senior enjoying his senior night here.
6-yard loss in the play. 5-yard loss.
So that's going to bring up with about 43 seconds and the clock ticking. Second and about, looks like 15 here.
Looks like they're running their quick front in. It's a second and long here, so it looks like Alisal going to more of their nickel coverage here.
I tell you what, the offensive coordinators hate this second and long call. Let's see what they've got. And they were able to draw it.
Oh, boy.
It looks like they drew Alisal off sides a little bit, maybe a little encroachment. That picks up 5 anyway.
That'll help that cause right there.
Hey, you take it any way you can get it, right?
Absolutely. A little hard count there, it looked like, by the quarterback.
Second and 10. Excuse me, second and 9 for Soledad.
So Flores at quarterback with Gonzalez in the backfield, looking to throw. And he's got a receiver out there, and it looks like that's complete to Madrigal.
Nice out route. Nice timing. Got the ball off. Receiver broke the route off right at the first down chain there. I don't know if it's first down. It looks like they might do a measurement here, Coach.
I don't know. It's pretty close. He's looks like it's right on that. They might just have to. Yeah, you're right. They might be doing a measurement. But, they're going to give him a first down. Official had a good angle on that with 9 seconds left. So first and 10 at about the 43-yard line. Clock now moving with 6 seconds. That's a straight give to Gonzalez. Or no, that's Gonzalez straight up the middle for a nice pickup. He's got first down and down to about the 40, looks like 41, 42-yard line. So as this quarter draws to a close, we've got a football game here. It's Alisal 10, Soledad 7. We're going to, as this it looks like, thought we'd be taking a break here, but and it looks like we will for the quarter. At the end of the first quarter, it's Soledad 10, Alisal 7, and we will be right back after this short break.
If a middle schooler comes up to me, because there's been situations where that has actually happened, people want to play football but they're too small, they say, or something like that, I would encourage them to, think for yourself, have the right mentality, go out and try it, because you'll never know if you don't like something or like something if you don't try it.
Bruce Deeney here with Dan Brown from MCAETtv. Coach, we got a ball game.
Yes, we do. It looked like Alisal adjusted their defensive front and tried to give outside pressure. Well, there was nobody in the center of the field. Soledad hit a quick hitter right at him and looked like he sprung about a 20-yard scamper there.
Dorian Segovia showing great speed on that. So Soledad at the Alisal 47-yard line, first and 10 as we start the second quarter. It is Soledad 10, Alisal 7. Ooh, that ball is bobbled and then caught by number 19, David Madrigal.
And still bringing it down.
Sometimes.
So, Coach, I got that backwards. I just want to clarify that's Soledad 7, Alisal 10. I got that backwards for our.
Sometimes when you roll out as a quarterback, you never want to throw back across the field, back where you just came from, and he got one off. He got lucky. The kid made a great catch.
That's a hard throw to make, and then you never know. There's some guy that you didn't see maybe standing right there too. So second and about 4 for Soledad as they are in Alisal territory, and that's a straight throw over there to number 6. That might be.
Is complete to number 6.
And we don't have a name for number 6, but we'll get that for you.
Apologize, I don't have a name for number 6.
Throwing that quick slant to the backside again, Bruce.
First down, Aztecs.
They've hit that 3 times today.
Yeah, that's a so 1st and 10 on the looks like the 30-yard line, the 26-yard line here. Yeah, it's a straight give to Gonzalez, and he gets to the 25-yard line.
Lead by number 1, Frankie Hernandez.
So we've got 2nd and about 9 yards here for Soledad. Kind of a long second as they are inside Alisal territory. What do you like here, Coach?
You know, he might play action fake here. Let's see.
He's got
a little play action.
Little play action, rolling. He's got Urquidez, and he's got a receiver in the end zone. The ball's kind of up for grabs. He's going toward Madrigal, but that ball is overthrown.
Soledad's known for that play action, and that's I think the first one of the game today. And they ran, I think, good call there. Soledad's doing a good job of switching stuff up, keeping Alisal's defensive coordinator and their defense guessing.
So, but taking a shot there on 2nd and long. Now they got 3rd and 9. Kind of narrows down your playbook a little bit here, but
yeah. Yeah, you know, they could, you know, at this position on the football field, you could look at maybe 2 downs here, you know, maybe get a piece of this.
Yeah, you know, inside the 40 for sure, right?
Yeah.
They've been playing well on defense, so other than that big run to Segovia. Looking through, he's got a receiver, and it's looks like that's going to be complete over there on the far side to Madrigal. So David Madrigal coming up with a terrific reception. That's going to be a 1st down, move the chains. So it looks like that's going to be 1st down at about the 13-yard line.
I really like the poise of Gabriel Flores, a quarterback for Soledad. He's running this offense at a really high level right now.
And Madrigal looking good. He's been open a few times. They've got, you know, of course, Ortiz, who they go to. They're probably their top receiver, but we've got a little timeout here. I think Alisal wants to take a little time and think about this. So with 10-11 in the 2nd quarter, the score is Alisal 10 and Soledad 7. Soledad knocking at the door. We're going to take a short break and be right back.
Meals on Wheels gives me a chance to be totally selfless. More than the food itself, a lot of seniors don't have family. So just to have someone to talk to, just to say, hey, how was your day? That means so much more than a meal could ever mean. We have to look outside of ourselves to be that lifeline to other people. It's worth it.
And we are live tonight, Friday Night Lights at Alisal High School. I'm Bruce Deeney with Dan Brown. Alisal 10, Soledad 7. We've got a ball game. Soledad moving the ball. It's 1st and 10 on the Alisal 13-yard line.
Alisal 13-yard line.
So we've got a Gonzalez as the lone back here tonight. And that ball swung out to Madrigal, who can't quite hold on to it. So
Frankie Hernandez with the coverage.
now we've got 2nd and 13. So good coverage there. Madrigal just not able to find a handle on that, Coach.
Yes, ball was there, just couldn't look it in all the way there.
Flores with Gonzalez in the background, and that give is to Gonzalez, who's able to find some room around the outside and takes it in for the touchdown. So, Gonzalez putting on a clinic tonight.
I tell you what, you know, here we were looking at, Segovia for Alisal, thinking, you know, he's going to have a big night, and he obviously he hit a big run earlier, but the kid for Soledad, man, I tell you what, outstanding job there, running hard.
Chris Gonzalez finding that edge and a lot of running room for 6 points. And now it looks like we've got Madrigal in for the extra point. So we got a ball game here tonight. The ball is down, and Madrigal is perfect there. So and with 10 minutes to go in the second quarter, we've got a ball game here. It's Alisal 10 and Soledad 14. We're going to allow for a short break here, and we will be back after this announcement.
You know, he's got quick feet.
This program on MCAETtv is brought to you in part by the good folks from Technology and Operations at the Monterey County Office of Education, with leadership, support, and service to prepare all students for success.
Back live at Alisal High School. I'm Bruce Deaning with Dan Brown from MCAETtv. I'd like to give a quick shout out to our friends at the Monterey County Herald for helping to promote the Friday night football games being broadcast on MCAETtv. The Herald support this season is a demonstration of their support for MCAETtv students who are learning skills for future arts, media, and entertainment careers. We truly appreciate Monterey Herald getting the word out to the community about the opportunity to watch the live game every Friday night this fall. That's our friends at the Monterey Herald and John Devine, of course, on Twitter and Prep Nation. You can find updates of scores, and we're going to be looking at some of the scores later on tonight at halftime. We've got the kickoff here at... and that ball's just going to go right into the end zone. So Alisal will take over at their own 20.
Yeah, I tell you, Soledad's had some ball control here. They've had the ball. They've kept the ball out of Alisal's hand. And I tell you, you got to tip your hat to Soledad coming in here on the road. They've won 2 in a row here, and they have shown up here tonight. Let's see what Alisal can do here on this next series.
Sure, Alisal backed up right now, and I had the opportunity, we'll see this at halftime, but I had the opportunity to visit both teams during a practice this week, and really saw these guys working hard during their what could be last week of practice. So it's just going to be a quick take out. That looks like that was just to Israel Corona. And a little pitch out to Corona. We've got the cheerleaders, some activity going on right in front of us. It's a fun night here tonight on senior night. And these Alisal cheerleaders are really, they promote a lot of enthusiasm.
They're having a good time down below us.
So we've got under center, that's a give. Again, look like that little crossing, like little trap type thing, Coach.
Yes. They're trying a little misdirection there, and they want Segovia to go here, though. What's going to happen is the QB is going to fake it to Segovia, and if he doesn't run the option, they'll run a quarterback follow where they send the other back up through, and it's kind of like a power play.
So we've got Victor Lopez coming in as a wide receiver, bringing the play in from Coach Chavez. And it looks like that's just a little give right up the middle. Not much there. It's going to be bring up 4th down, and that is so it's going to bring. That's going to be about 4th and 2. I would anticipate seeing the punting team coming out. So we've got number 7, Enrique Abera, coming out, but with 4th and 2 backed up in their own. In their own territory, it looks like Alisal's going to be going for this. Maybe a little pooch punt here, or
they went for it against us last week in this very similar situation.
So that's a pitch out to number 21, Israel Corona. He's trying to find the edge here, and it looks like he might have picked up that first down.
Got the first. Very similar to what they did with us last weekend. Down their own end, 4th and 2, long 2, and they went for it and they got it.
Corona showing his speed, picks up that first down. So a lot of confidence. That's a confidence builder, right, Coach?
Yeah, I think he's their perimeter guy. They want to get him outside when they can get a chance to get outside and look for him to get more touches on the outside.
So Renteria under center, and that's going to be a straight give to Dorian Segovia, who picks up about 4 or 5 yards on that.
32, Segovia, 4-yard pickup.
Really good atmosphere here tonight, Bruce.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You know, we got a full home stands and quite a few Soledad fans as well. But it's a great atmosphere at Alisal High School. You know, they did a great job here. A lot of student involvement. I've seen a lot of families coming back to, former players tonight. So Renteria with that keeping it, decides to pull it and keep it, tries for the perimeter himself. He picks up the first down and about 5 or 6 more after that. That's exactly what you're talking about, Coach.
That's that option game. And
let's take another look at that. If we can get another picture of that, we can actually see what they're doing there as we move the chains. But
there's your dive fake to Segovia. Pulls, and he's going to run outside, and he could pitch the ball. Looks like the halfback's not with him there, so the QB took it himself. But on that fake, he's looking at the D tackle or the outside backer, and he's reading that. The quarterback will either give or pull.
This is a give to, looks like that's a give to number 1, Frankie Hernandez. Or, excuse me, that's number 31. That is, that's another number we got to get for you.
Looks like they may have brought some JV kids up for this last ball game.
So it brings up 2nd and 10. 6:35. That's a give to Segovia. It looks like he's fighting for some yards and met by a host of. He's met by the big linebacker, number 11, Jacob Olivas, on that. He came up hard and said, I think you're done.
Olivia's a good ball player. We played Soledad kind of middle of the season, and he was a kid that we saw on film. Oh, I think he's only a junior, inside backer.
And I fired up to play. I had a chance to chat with him a little bit last week, and just really excited for this game. So Renteria under center, and that's a give to right to Segovia. Takes a hard hit, but that's first down for Alisal. We're moving the chains, Coach.
Yeah, that's Segovia. He is dangerous, and he gets hit in a lot of funky ways. And boy, I tell you, a tough cookie though. Gets right back up.
Ran for over 200 yards last week against Carmel.
Yeah,
that's rare.
Probably most of it in the first half, to tell you the truth.
That's rare. So Renteria with the give to Segovia again, who's just fighting his way forward. Behind that, I can't say enough about Isaac Duenas, number 52. Just a terrific player. And it looks like got a little chippy, but he's just bigger than everybody else. And he plays hard.
When he is getting off the football, I tell you, what can you do? That's a tough place to defend against. And when it's anytime it's ever close, that's where they're going.
Isaac Duenas was a 49er high school player of the week earlier this season. That's a give to Israel Corona. He's just brought down to the back. Might have lost a yard or two. So it's going to bring up a long 3rd down. It's going to be
first by number 1 for the Aztecs, Morales.
3rd and about, let's call it 8. 4:46 to go in the second quarter.
Bruce, it looked like they were trying to hit that wingback trap again, and Soledad penetrated inside and looked like took them for a loss there of about a yard or two.
4:30 in the second quarter. Give to Segovia. I want to thank tonight the Pizza Factory, the Morin Brothers at their locations at Natividad, North Main, and now I think they're in Gustine too. Pizza Factory is a big supporter of high school sports, and I know if you're ever looking for the Salinas High coaching staff, you'll find them at Pizza Factory after every home game anyway. And they're a big supporter. I know they've helped out with our Monterey County All-Star game as well, and supporting MCAETtv, which is awesome. So I got our score at the end of 1. Salinas 7, Aptos 7. Big game over there. So a little movement at the line of scrimmage. So I think that may go against Soledad. While we're at it, I'd like to thank the Car Lot. Car Lot is sponsor for MCAETtv and the high school football. The car lot now serving customers at 301 North Main Street in Salinas, near the Salinas Auto Mall and Highway 101. Thanks to our friends at the car lot and MSQ Insurance as well. MSQ Insurance with offices in King City, Salinas, Hollister, and Watsonville. So we got 3:45 at the and 4th and short. So and that's a gift to Segovia. He picks up that first down and then some. He just carried a few Aztecs with him, Coach.
Yeah, I tell you, Alisal has no fear going forward on 4th down. It's part of their arsenal. And where'd they run? Right behind the big guy, 52.
Duenas looking to play at a high level next year. He's a great student, good student leader here on this Alisal campus. So 1st and 10. That give is to, looks like he kept that. He's going to be dropped down. Renneria is going to wind up losing by about 3 or 4 yards on that. And so it's going to bring up a long down here. So 2nd and about 13 with 2:55. It's we got a ball game. Soledad 14, Alisal 10.
Looked like the halfback didn't follow through on the motion coming around, so the quarterback didn't have somebody to pitch the ball to.
Just stopped right there.
Yep.
So under center Renteria. That's a give to Segovia. And looks like, oh, he kept that ball. Oh, he pulled that out at the last minute, so he got the first down and around the perimeter. So so a nice keep by Renteria. Exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and the on what we had on Alisal, they like the option to the wide side of the field, and it goes to the X-receiver side, and there was that formation. Looked like he probably could have pitched the ball there, but QB took it himself. Good run there by him.
So brings up 1st and 10 at the about the 16-yard line, and Segovia met there by a bunch of Aztecs. And of course, I'm Bruce Deany with Coach Dan Brown. Dan Brown, for a number of years, the head coach at Wilcox High School up in the San Jose area, and spent 3 years at Monterey High and working with the Carmel High School coaching staff. Carmel's having a great season this year, Coach, and 9-0 so far, and looking. You got PG tomorrow, the shoe game.
Real special group. We have some real talented, mature senior leaders on our football squad.
Carmel's having a great season so far. Looked like might a little bit motioned by Alisal, but now we've got that's Corona, and he gets it up to inside the 5-yard line. So he gets to about the 1-yard line. Oh, it looks like he get in. He might have gotten in. We're going to take another look at it here. So Corona showing his speed on the edge there. Cuts back inside, and looks like he's going to be just a little short of that.
Yeah.
So that's going to be timeout Soledad, and we're going to take a short break with 1 minute 25 seconds to go in the second quarter. We will be back after this short announcement.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
So I'm Bruce Deany with Dan Brown. We are back. We're MCAETtv broadcasting live at Alisal High School. MCAET, the Media Center for Art, Entertainment, and Technology. And the game is being brought to you, filmed by a number of students at Millennium Charter School in Salinas. Students who have a passion for art, entertainment, and technology and are trying to prepare for a career in that. So trying to punch it in here, Segovia. Looks like he got it. So he got over broke the plane. So after Corona's not able to quite get it in, Segovia is able to break that play, and that's going to be a touchdown. We got a flag, but that might be something a little extracurricular after the play. It looked like it's maybe a little frustrating. But Segovia getting the touchdown. That's a 1-yard run.
Yeah, it looks like Alisal starting to get their rhythm going on offense, both inside and outside. Looks like the QB starting to kind of get a feel for either giving or pulling. And, Corona coming back really gives them that outside threat on the perimeter for Alisal.
So we've got Montano, who's been perfect tonight. Got Maciel on the hold. The official's not ready to start this yet, so he needs something. Now I think we've got the go-ahead now. Maciel to hold.
Flag is thrown prior to the snap.
Maybe a little I've never understood this.
False start called against the Trojans.
That's a false start against the Trojans. But there's really no incentive for the defense not to be aggressive on an extra point, is there, Coach?
No, I tell you, it's a unique play, but Soledad's got a lot of pride, and they're going to play every play like it's their last play. So they're going to try and block that field goal.
So that pushes back 5 yards, and now Montano will try at the 8-yard line. And a little something extra again. So that's going to go against Soledad. So that'll put it back. So we're just playing a little ping pong here with the football, but we'll see an interview at halftime. But I was so impressed down at Soledad. And you're coming off a couple of good years, under Frankie Berlanga, and really got the program rolling. And Frankie decided to move on, and Coach Rodriguez started a little bit late, but he's piecing it together, and that's perfect. So Montana perfect tonight. But Coach Rodriguez doing a great job down there, trying to build his staff and rebuild a little bit. Put his stamp on things.
It's always tough for a first-year coach, and for him to keep this program together after dropping some ball games at the beginning of the season and having them play at a high level at the end of the year, I tip my hat to him.
Yeah, they've done a good job. Coming back with a couple of big wins toward the.
Yes.
They had wins over the last couple of weeks, and so coming in here with some momentum. And then, of course, we're seeing Alisal do what they can do, move the ball on the ground and create a little misdirection. So Alisal finding their groove, up 14-17 with about a minute 21 to go in the first half.
You're seeing both offenses do what they do and what they do well. And the scouting report is exact, both on Alisal's offense and Soledad's offense.
So Montana to kick off here. We've got Olivas and looks like Marcus Morales back deep. Well, on about their own 10-yard line. After the extracurricular activities, it looks like they kind of offset here. So waiting for the officials' go-ahead. They're ready to go. So we're ready to go here with a minute 21. Got a nice kick, and that looks like that's going to be fielded by number 1, Morales, who's got a head of steam and he's got some running. He's still on his feet. Brought down, looks like he's brought down there by, is that Madrigal? No, that's number 15.
We got another flag on the play.
Cesar Navarro.
There's a bit of extracurricular activity. It's going down.
So waiting for the word on what this flag is. But Morales staying on his feet, showing some power, certainly some tough running there. Picked up about another 5 yards after getting hit, Coach.
Almost popped through there, and then kind of a saving tackle there by 15. It looked like he was going to stop playing, and he ended up finishing the tackle there. But looked like he could have maintained his balance and took off there.
Yeah, So looks like that's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against Soledad. Unfortunately, it's going to put them back after a really nice return there by Morales. So
It looks like there's a little chippiness going on with both teams here, kind of towards the end of the play, after the whistle or something. Kind of started down there with the PAT field goal there.
Yeah, so after that's marched off, looks like Soledad's going to be starting at their own 21-yard line. So we've got about a minute 13 to go in the first half. The score is Alisal 17, Soledad 14. Soledad in the shotgun. And that looks like it is complete to Madrigal out there.
Pass is complete. Number 19, Madrigal.
That's that comeback route again, Bruce,
13-yard
by Madrigal.
Well, if it ain't broke, Coach, right?
Keep going to it.
First down, Aztecs.
So Soledad picking up a first down. Nice reception by David Madrigal. Flores in the shotgun, decided to run, taking the ball himself. Hit hard there by number 2, Rodrigo Ruiz. That's a tackle for you.
Nice tackle.
That's how we teach it, right?
Absolutely. Good form fit tackle. Head up, trying to keep the head out of the tackle, and he led with his chest, and he wrapped with his arms and buzzed his feet, kept his feet driving. But I tell you what, the quarterback felt pressure and got out of there. Nice job by the QB there,
So it's a
Flores.
Nice little pickup by Flores. So second and about called a long 4 here. Gonzalez in the backfield. Flores looking to throw. He's got a receiver, Madrigal, out on the near side, who's taking it up. He's got extra room. He's knocked out of bounds there by number 24. That is Eduardo Rodriguez.
Madrigal gets into Alisal territory.
Madrigal showing his athleticism as he sort of danced up the sidelines, and that's a nice pickup with about 19 seconds left in the first half. So Soledad looking to move the ball here. 19 seconds, got first and 10. Distance really doesn't make that much of a difference, but they're looking to 19 seconds to get in the end zone here. So looks like we got a little movement there.
Looks like offsides by Alisal. Looked like the safety or the outside backer on this side lined up in the neutral zone there.
Well, you hate to give up another 5 yards after that. It's,
Coachman called against the Trojans.
So Soledad picks up an easy 5 here with 19 seconds to go.
38-yard line. First down and 5 for the Aztecs.
When Madrigal caught that football, Bruce, man, he accelerated like he was shot out of a cannon, man.
He really found that sideline, just scooted right up that.
And I think he got out of bounds, too. Stopped the clock.
Yeah. So Soledad, we've got Flores in the shotgun. He's got Gonzalez back looking to, now Flores looking to throw. He throws that out of bounds, so looks like that chewed up maybe 6 or 7 seconds. But looks like we might have had a little rough in the passer.
Yeah, kind of a late flag there, but I think the ref thought about it and kind of looked like it was kind of a late hit. Let's see what they call here. But really good poise by Flores, Gabe Flores, the Soledad quarterback here. I'm real impressed with him, Bruce.
That's one of those ones where, you, as a coach, you got to clap because sometimes it's like, hey, good play. You want him to throw it out of bounds, right?
Absolutely.
Don't take that sack.
Don't take the sack. I think he felt the pressure, and he kind of got out of there and threw the ball out of bounds. Oh, nope. Grounding.
Against the Aztecs.
Wow.
Interesting. That's an interesting call when that ball goes beyond the line of scrimmage and out of bounds.
Yeah, and then you're seeing was there a receiver in the general area? I guess not.
Well, there usually is. We're taking a look at, but interesting call here with 10 seconds to go in the first half, and
A loss of down also occurs.
So that's a big penalty. That's a 10-yard penalty and a loss of down. So third and forever. Not that makes big difference. Got 10 seconds to go in the half. So they got 2 plays here anyway to try to get something.
If you're Soledad, you may want to be careful here. You played a really good first half here.
So you got trips to the near side. Looks like they may try to take a shot here. 10 seconds. So they're throwing it downfield, and that's just trying to pretty high risk throwing it to the middle of the field, but
looked like he was trying to go to Madrigal again. Up the seam there.
Yeah, I mean, they had.
He took a shot.
He did. So with 6 seconds left, it's going to bring up. I think that's 4th down, isn't it, Coach? It should be. The field marker still said 3. I thought they lost it down on that intentional grounding. So we'll see.
Yeah, looks like 3rd down. Looks like 3rd. Got to be careful here. You don't want to make a mistake. You got a good football game going here, 17-14. I mean,
6 seconds. Yeah, they're going to call a timeout. Use that extra timeout rather than think about it a little bit rather than going back with one in your pocket. So with just 6 seconds left, let's take a short break and we'll be right back.
MCAETtv. We educate, we create, we deliver.
Friday Night Lights in Alisal. I'm Bruce Deeney with Dan Brown from MCAETtv. We're happy to be coming to you this Friday night with McCate, the Media Center for Art, Entertainment, and Technology. This game being broadcast live on McCate.org. Also streaming live on Facebook tonight, as well as Comcast Channel 26, Charter Cable Channel 17, and again Sunday morning at 11 on the CW. So with the 6 seconds left, it's 3rd and forever, and looks like Soledad might be taking a shot here. So Flores wisely just takes that sack as time runs out. So we got a football game, Coach. Football game here. It's Alisal scoring with a early field goal, and then Soledad having a couple of good drives, bringing it to 7-3. Both kickers have been perfect on their extra points, and then really at the second quarter, Alisal picks things up, and we've got a ball game, 17-14, as we head into halftime.
Really solid high school football game here tonight. Both teams are taking care of the football. Tackling on defense, offensively, I think they're both establishing what they want to do. Second half, they're going to have to make some adjustments here, and let's see what happens here.
So it looks like a little showdown that we're seeing right now between the cheer squads, but we're going to take a second and take a break. We'll be back after halftime. We're going to try to get a little clarification on a couple of those calls, but we're sure happy to be with you tonight. I'm Bruce Deeney with Dan Brown. It's Alisal, beautiful Friday Night Lights football brought to you by MCAETtv, and a shout out to our friends at the Monterey County Herald, John Devine, keeping us updated on scores, and we're going to get back to you after halftime with some updated scores around the Monterey Bay area. So we're going to take a little break and be back after halftime.
I am Bruce Deeney for MCAETtv, and I'm here with Eric Rodriguez at the Soledad High School. Coach Rodriguez, the practice is just getting underway today, and you got a big game on Friday up at Alisal. And what are you looking for during the game?
We're just looking for our running game to continue strong the way it's been the last 2 weeks. And we know Alisal's going to come out strong. They run the ball very well, so we need to be ready to go on defense.
Okay, I'm going to back up a little bit and just talk a little bit about your journey here. And so, what was your path into coaching, Coach?
My path to coaching was I graduated in '99, tried out for Hartnell. I had a little accident with my knee, so left that, came to work here for the district, and of course, first year head coach here was Ron Militano. So I knew Ron Militano from King City, and he gave me my opportunity to come get on staff here at 19 years old. I started coaching here.
Oh, that's fantastic. I know you were a player down there at King City and back in the day, and then you had the chance to work with Frankie Berlanga, who moved on over for a couple of years, and you were also a very successful JV coach here at Soledad. Last 2 years, I think, were 20-0. How does the success at the JV level correlate to the challenges at the varsity level, Coach?
Of course, the speed's a lot faster, more game planning. JV, you could get away with the little things here and there, but at the varsity level, it's more of film study, breaking down every single play, just to make sure you get every position and make sure everybody's doing their job.
So when you came into Soledad following on the footsteps of Frankie Berlanga, it had a successful program here, and it bumped them up into the next level. And in terms of, I think you're in the Mission Division now, and competing well. And you've had a tough schedule so far. You had Palma first off this year, and so punching above your weight all season long.
Yeah, it was a tough preseason, and of course, following the footsteps of Frankie, it's huge. You know, he set a high standard, and we just want to continue that tradition here. Unfortunately, it hasn't worked out this year, but we're willing to bounce back next year and have a good turnout of athletes again, and ready to work hard.
So I know you had a couple key injuries there at the very beginning of the season early on. A couple linemen went down for you, which always presents some challenges. But now, going into this game, you're 2-0 over the last couple of weeks. A nice win last week over Watsonville, and then last year your seniors are experienced with a thrilling victory over Alisal here, right in Soledad last year.
Yes, that game was here in Soledad, and it's huge. So those seniors are giving us feedback, and we've been going over a few things that worked, didn't work, and we're just willing to build off that and looking forward to the challenge Friday night. So, Coach, what's been the biggest challenge for you this year? The biggest challenge, probably just starting off the season late and filling in the coaching staff. That was really difficult. There's currently 3 of us on the staff, all of us with lineman background. So we really don't have a skill position coach here. We worked our way around it. We've done the best we can with them, and my first priority this offseason is to get a coaching staff ready for next year. Great, and then finding coaches is always difficult. On the flip side, what's been the biggest surprise for you here? The biggest surprise has been support from the community. Soledad is a great community here, and being here for a long time, noticing that if you're not from this community, sometimes you won't get welcomed very well, and I have been welcomed greatly, and the support's been awesome. Well, that's great, Coach. I wish you the best of luck for tonight's game. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. And I'm with Angel Olivas, a senior at Soledad High. And Angel figured prominently in last year's game against Alisal. It was a tight game going into the last minute or so. And I think you were like 7-11, always open. You caught a nice pass, and that gave the go-ahead score and a 24-17 win last year. So obviously you've had a difficult schedule this year. A couple injuries early on in the season. You played a couple tough competitors. Now you're 2-0 going into this game against Alisal. What are you telling your fellow seniors and your teammates about your thoughts for the game this week?
I'm just telling them to be ready. It's gonna be a tough game. We're probably the most doubted team out here. So I just told them, you got to get in the game. You just got to do what you got to do.
So, and your playoff hopes are still alive for this season too. So, you don't want to look through this game, but knowing that it's sort of do or die for Soledad, what's going through your mind for this game?
Well, I got high hopes for our team. Just play ball, and if we get the outcome we want, then we'll go to the playoffs.
So as a senior leader throughout the season, what kind of challenges do you face, both on the field and off the field, with your teammates in that sort of role?
Well, our team's very small this year, so it's kind of hard to put everybody in place. People have played different positions they haven't played before, and that's mostly it.
What are you looking forward to doing next year?
Next year, I'm going to try to continue to play football. I don't know where yet, but anywhere.
Good. All right, thank you very much. Soledad, we're coming to our viewers at halftime during the Soledad game, so we really don't know exactly what the score is. But what do you said something, I think a couple of years ago, I was watching an earlier interview, and you talked about internalizing the structure of the game.
Right.
And what does that mean to you, and what does that mean to your players?
Well, I think, obviously it's setting a foundation for our guys, and part of that foundation is based on scheme, it's based on technique. And once they internalize that, the sky's the limit. You start to build from that. And I think the kids right now at this point, they're working hard. I think, the connection that I can make is that the kids are now starting to see how the technique and the schemes are all connected to what they do on every single rep. And you start to see the success that we're having with certain plays. We're still making a lot of mistakes, but I think we're building as a program and we're turning the corner. But we still have a lot of work to do, but our kids are, they're up for the challenge, and it's nice to see that they're making the connections because of the ability to understand the concepts that we're trying to teach.
So you come in with those concepts that you want to teach as a new coach 3 years ago, right?
Right.
And now as you're finishing your third year, third full season, hopefully you're vying for a playoff spot right
Absolutely.
now. So reflecting on those 3 years, what are some of your greatest surprises in the program?
Well, I'll tell you what, I came on board through Lockwood was the head coach at the time. He asked me to come on as an assistant, and even back then we were working on having these kids be resilient, having them understand the work ethic, and as soon as I became the head coach, it was about changing the culture as well to continue the work that where we left off and what Coach Smith even did in his 10 years here at Alisal. And I wasn't trying to reinvent the wheel. It was just about instilling that hard-nosed mentality, understand that these kids have to internalize that they have to care about their football program. They have to be committed to it. They have to be consistent to it. The schemes, the X's and O's, it's all connected. Once you start to build on that, and see the success, I think these kids, are getting to the point now where they see the work paying off. So it's nice to see that development.
So, and you've got good numbers out here today. It looks good numbers on varsity, both varsity and JV. Talk a minute about what it means to be part of this Alisal community, this high school community out here.
Love this community, and I'll tell you what, these kids represent the community, and we've got a blue-collar mentality in this community, as we all know. And I think having these kids come out and participate and represent the community at the highest level is what we want to do. We want to be able to compete, but more than that, the success we've had off the field, it's really nice to see, and it goes back to the school community and seeing the teachers, the administration, and everyone, the support staff. They really do support the kids here, and I think when you talk about being in a great work environment, I couldn't ask for anything better. And our coaching staff is also appreciative of the fact that we work in such a great community, and these kids are hard-nosed. They're good.
So one of the challenges in building a coaching staff is making sure that your message is consistent throughout that. What have been some of the challenges for you in terms of building that staff? And I'm out here listening today, and they're echoing your message. But how long does it take you to build that?
Well, it's a work in progress. It always is. There's always turnover year in and year out because coaching high school football, it's a big commitment. It really is. But right now I feel like, we have a coaching staff that's committed to the program. They're committed to the kids, and they're out here modeling the values that we want to see our kids exhibit. And, it's a process. Sometimes you have guys that have a great understanding of X's and O's and have the insights to coach it. Sometimes they're coming in without any insights. What we do as a coaching staff, we get together and we work with them, and we try to build capacity, and through that, you're able to see, the coaches go out here and just give their best, and I think the kids pick up on that energy. So it's a good relationship to have between the coaching staff and the kids, and them seeing that sometimes the coaches don't have all the answers, and it's okay. We just move forward, and that's how you develop a growth mindset.
And I know that you coach for the complete player, the well-rounded student athlete. And over the last several years, I'm sure that you've got some success stories, not just on the field, but off the field. Any success stories of what these kids have done off the field that you'd like to share?
Oh, absolutely. I think we have weekly grade checks, and we hold these guys accountable. They do tutoring every single day. This season on Saturday, after watching film, we had many guys that went ahead and did extra tutoring on Saturday after film for 2 or 3 hours. And you could see that a lot of the guys, their grades, were maybe on, borderline, not going to be eligible, but ended up becoming eligible because of their hard work and their effort. And it was nice to see the kids realize that, hey, you know what, I can be successful when I put an effort into something. And in this case, they were successful with becoming not only eligible, I think we had a pretty good GPA. It was 2.7 for our varsity. So I'm proud of those kids for their effort. And it goes back to what we preach on the football field. You got to care, you got to be committed, you got to be consistent. And that also has to be true with anything you do in life, including the classroom.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight. Thank you very much for the interview.
All right,
Appreciate it. I'm here with Isaac Duenas, and Isaac, you're coming into, playoff hopes are still alive, but final regular season game of your career here. You've had a great career. What are you looking for tonight's game?
I'm just looking for so hopefully get a W out there, and we gotta, as a team, as coach has been putting it the whole week, we gotta work together and not underestimate this team, because we last year we had a pretty close game with them, but it's still gonna be a pretty close game. But I think we could edge it out. We've been having a good week of practice, and I think we could edge out with a W.
Great. Now, as a senior leader on this team, leader in this school community here at Alisal, what do you tell your fellow seniors and your teammates going into this week?
Coach has been saying this whole week, it's gonna, every game on after Carmel, or even before Carmel, it's been a playoff game. Because last year we barely edged into the playoffs, so we gotta keep on fighting and understand that we haven't gotten there yet, so we gotta keep on fighting towards that goal that we have of winning a CCS championship or getting into the playoffs.
So you're there in the pits. You're on playing both offense and defense. Do you have a preference on what side of the ball you're on?
I usually play on offense, so yeah, offense.
Okay, and playing left tackle tonight?
Oh no, right guard.
Right guard. Okay, right guard. And so, what are you looking to do next year?
Some coaches have been contacting me from a couple of D1 schools, so I'm trying to hope to play out there at a D1 school and keep on continuing playing football.
That's fantastic. What's been a highlight for you for this year?
This year, probably just bonding with these juniors that we've had coming up this year, and probably being successful in some games, beating Albers especially, because we haven't beat them in our 4 years that we were here. So that's a huge highlight this year for me and for most of the community, most of us.
We don't often get a chance to give a shout out to our coaches, but what has Coach Chavez and this staff meant to you over the last few years?
Oh man, these coaches have meant everything. They're the ones helping me get out there to play at D1. They've been there for me since the beginning, since I came up last year, not knowing anything about football, because my first 2 years playing football, I didn't really have any football IQ about it. I didn't know anything about football. But Coach Chavez and Coach Grace helped me out there with that, and I really appreciate them for doing that for me and helping me elevate my game.
Well, hopefully the game's going your way tonight. Good luck to you next year.
Thank you.
Right, thank you. Bruce Deeney for MCAETtv. I'm with Dorian Segovia, running back for the Alisal Trojans, and you've had a great season so far. Taking a day or two off this week just to get ready for the game this Friday night. Early in the season, I know your coach talks a lot about internalizing the structure of the game. He's talked about that. What does that phrase, internalizing the structure of the game, mean to you?
Personally, I just feel like you just understand the situation, that not everyone is always going to be on our side, and I mean, not all the games are going to go our way, but I mean, that shouldn't really get to us, because in the end, we're still going to be playing for each other, and we're going to be playing for the coaches as well. So, I mean, we should just play our game and just do our thing.
So, tell me what it means to be part of this Alisal football family. What's that meant to you for the last 4 years? You're senior, you'll be graduating this spring and going on the Marines, I think. And as you look back, I know you're looking at the game on Friday, but as you begin to reflect on your 4 years here, what's it meant to be part of this team?
I mean, personally, to me, it means to be a part of something bigger. I mean, because a lot of the time, if you're just looking at it like, oh, it's just me, or it's an individual type thing, I mean, you're not really going to go anywhere, because I mean, in the end, you're still going to be seeing everyone here every day. You're all working together to the same common goal. So, I mean, if you just have that mentality of it's just an individual thing, I mean, you're not really going to go anywhere. So if you're just playing as a team and you're thriving together and you're able to keep that constant like bond, I feel like personally you're just going to end up like better off, and that's all.
So in terms of bonding together as a team, you had a tough game last week, but held Carmel to 31 points.
Alisal High School, and that is fielded by Israel Corona, who takes that ball up to the 26, 27-yard line. Welcome back. I'm Bruce Deeney with Dan Brown from MCAETtv on Friday night. We're at Alisal High School. The score is Soledad 14, Alisal 17. Quite an exciting first half of football, Coach.
Really good half of football. Good high school football game.
Thanks to our friends sponsoring us and getting the word out at the Monterey County Herald. We've got Alisal taking over at their 26-yard line, and that's a give to Segovia, who breaks free, is up the middle and gets it out to about the 41, 42-yard line.
There he is, that quick hitter, man.
And I believe
back to tackle.
I believe that carry takes him over 100 yards for the game tonight, and scored his 21st touchdown tonight. So Segovia showing what he can do here tonight for Alisal.
Having a fabulous senior season.
So Alisal getting to work quickly here in the second half. 1st and 10. Pitch to Corona. Finds a little bit of running room. Gets up to first down and is brought down there by couples. That's number 11 again for Soledad. That is Jacob Olivas and Urquidez.
Olivia's always around the ball trying to make tackles, man.
Richie Urquidez on that too.
Yeah, and Urquidez, the other inside backer, I think, for Soledad.
So 1st and 10. Just inside the start of the second half. So give to Segovia and battles for a couple yards.
Segovia picks up 2.
QB there not carrying out his give there, kind of pulling up short there.
Like that. So, Coach, you want to explain a little bit about that kickoff that we saw in the first half that ruling?
Yeah, we found out the rule was an illegally touched ball by the kickoff team. So it's a kickoff interference by the kickoff team. So when the ball's in the air, the kickoff team who kicked the ball cannot touch the ball unless it hits the ground.
Renteria with a pitch to Corona, tries to find some running room, is pushed out there, gets close to the first down. Forced out of there by Morales.
And back to that kickoff, I believe it was Enrique Ibarra jumped up and caught the ball on the pooch kick after that score by Alisal, and he fielded the ball before it touched the ground, and that is a penalty by the kicking team.
You got to allow the receiving team to catch that.
Yeah, they either got to catch it or the ball's got to touch the ground. Yeah.
So Alisal working quickly, 3rd and short. Looks like Renteria keeps that and may have enough for the first down with his forward progression.
It's a wall of blockers.
So if it's 4th down, it's going to be 4th and short.
Placed at the 38-yard line.
So very close to a first down. Looks like we're going to have a little measurement here.
And the referees will measure to see if Alisal has gotten the first down.
So we say goodnight or say goodbye to. So Dana Peterson, our referee for tonight's game, is out there. We got a good shot of, or maybe we get a good shot of him looking at this first down. Dana Peterson's been reffing in this area. There he is with the white hat on. A white hat tonight after some 30 years as an official in the Monterey Bay area. So hats off to Dana Peterson for, referees, they get much maligned, but, we couldn't be out here playing sports without these guys that a lot of them are former coaches, love the game, and just are out here to have fun. They don't have a bias. They just want to see a good football game and see these kids have fun and stay healthy.
It's really nice to see a gentleman being involved in high school coaching for that long of a period of time.
Renteria takes it himself, and that's going to be very close.
Gets it to about the 38 and a half. Let's see where the refs mark it.
So, yeah, it looks like that's enough for a first down. So they're going to move the chains. So under the blocking of big Isaac Duenas, they are moving the chains here. Number 52.
That's their go-to spot, man, on any short yardage or anytime they need something. They run that dive right behind the big guy.
Tell you, if you got 52 on your side, you just that's your play, right?
Absolutely.
So Renteria bringing the Trojans up and looking to throw. He's got a receiver. He's got
nice
Corona out there, and it looks like Corona comes down with that ball. Threading the needle on that. He got it right in there. It looked like almost double coverage, but Corona getting up and coming down with that ball, showing his athleticism.
Nice little play action pass there off the veer action, and Corona leaked down the middle, kind of down the seam there, and went up and got that ball. Quarterback put it out there. Nice ball.
Nice ball, yeah, and it brings up 1st and 10 at the about the 15-yard line, 16-yard line, and give to Segovia, still on his feet for a while, gets pushed back a little bit by Victor Ocampo.
That's Segovia again. Pick it up about 3, taking it to the 11-yard line. 2nd and 7 for the Trojans.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and about 7 yards with 9:11 to go in this third quarter. It's been all Alisal in this third quarter, moving the ball.
Big shout out to our chain gang. Great job, chain gang. Thanks for that first down.
Renteria under center, and referees are going to blow this. They didn't like something. Looks like somebody might have moved on defense. So that's going to go back. That's a free 5 yards for Alisal, and so it brings up 2nd and about 3 or so. That changes your call as an offensive coordinator a little bit.
Absolutely, and you can actually take a chance here, maybe go to the end zone. You kind of have anything you want to do here, really, to tell you the truth.
Especially with that big guard, Duenas, it gives you some options as an OC here.
2nd and 2 for the Trojans.
That's to give to Segovia, who weaves his way up to about the 1 yard line.
Little midline there, little mid-yard
line. So that's going to be 1st and goal with 8:45 to go in the third quarter, and it looks like they're going to place that ball on the 2 yard line. So.
First down, Trojans. 1st and goal.
QB stepping back, give a little midline action to the fullback Segovia there.
Trojans in the playoffs.
And just Segovia just carrying that pack another 2 or 3 yards, showing his athleticism. First and goal, 8:25. Renteria under center. Segovia, and he's in for the touchdown. Looks like he's got enough. Yeah, that's another. That's Segovia's 22nd touchdown on the season. What a year he's having.
Outstanding season.
Dorian Segovia.
And you notice, Bruce, how he hands the ball back to the referee. Really classy cat.
We saw a nice interview with Dorian at halftime. He's looking for possibly a career in the Marines next year, so hats off to him. And now we've got Montaño in for the extra point with Maciel to hold. Montaño's been perfect tonight. Maciel gets his ball down, and that ball is perfect. So Montaño,
100% tonight for Abraham Montaño.
a perfect 4 for 4 with a field goal. 1 for 1 on the field goal, too. So Montaño really helping the Aztecs out. So with 8:17 in the third quarter, to go in the third quarter, it is Alisal 24 and Soledad 14. We're going to take a short break and be right back.
Back in Augie's days.
This program on MCAETtv is brought to you in part by the good folks from Technology and Operations at the Monterey County Office of Education, with leadership, support, and service to prepare all students for success.
We're back from Alisal High, getting ready to kick off after that long drive from Alisal, resulting in a Dorian Segovia 2-yard touchdown run. Montaigne to kick off, and again we've got looks like we've got Angel Olivas and Marcus Morales back deep, and Olivas has been quiet tonight, a little quiet.
Yes, this is going to be a big series here for Soledad to try and stay with Alisal. Looks like Alisal's starting to take this game in command here, so this series coming up for Soledad is going to be critical.
And that's a deep kick, and that's just going to go right into the end zone. So Soledad will pull that out. Looks like there's no flags on that play, so it'll bring that out on their own 20-yard line. So Coach, just to catch up a little bit with you, you've been at Carmel High this year, enjoying a great season, 9-0 for the Carmel Padres, and you got a lot of young talent. And you're facing PG to the shoe game tomorrow. Tell me, you got some really good young players. Tell me about that.
Anytime you get in a rival game, and the rival game's at the end of the season, one of the more special things you can do as a coach and as a player, a student. There'll be a carnival atmosphere at Carmel High tomorrow. We have a 2 o'clock kickoff, and it's our last home game of the season. But the shoe game is a big deal up on the coast there, and they've been doing it for many years. And
long time rivalry.
Big time rivalry. Yep.
So Flores with the give to Gonzalez, who tripped up a little bit, but is able to pick up about 3 or 4 yards. Chris Gonzalez on the carry there. Looks like they gave him about 2 yards, so it's going to bring up second down with about 8 yards, 8 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Bruce, that's one of our number one goals is win the shoe game. Win league, win the shoe game,
I remember a great quote from the longtime principal at Carmel High School. That's Gonzalez running into a stack of Alisal players. But Carl Palestrini was a great quote, said to one of his coaches out there, "Hey, we love you, win or tie."
It's really a fun thing too when the administration gets into it, as well as the
very
the
supportive
coaching
of
in the student body, and it's a community thing.
And we see that here tonight at Alisal too. The great support from I see a lot of faculty members out here.
Yeah,
we got Flores to throw, and that just kind of goes out. It looks like he intended receiver was Madrigal, but. It looks like they're covering Olivas pretty tightly here tonight.
Yeah, looks like they made a little adjustment there at halftime, and they're up in his face a little bit.
Yeah. So that brings up a fourth down here. Soledad not able to move the ball, so leaving about 4th and 5. We saw a break punt earlier with about 4th and 6 in their own territory, but this seems like be the time you'd want to play the field position game a little bit, and Madrigal to punt, and gets off a low line drive punt that's going to bounce. It picked up by Morales or Corona there, and doesn't get much, but it's going to be great field position again for Alisal, taking over at their own 40, call it 43.
Yeah, Alisal getting a 3 and out, on defense down there, and they're starting to take control of this football game.
So definitely Alisal has possessed the ball most of this third quarter with 6:50 to go in the third. Alisal with a strong lead, 24-14. And moving the ball, Renteria under center with Segovia in the backfield. And it looks like that's just a straight dive play to Segovia, and he met there at the line of scrimmage by a bunch of Soledad players, and good sportsmanship, guys helping each other up. And there's a flag for that. I don't know where that might have come from, but maybe somebody said something. But I like that when you see that hand go down by the opposing team. A guy helps each other up, and showing the kind of sportsmanship we try to teach out here.
Absolutely. You got to have sportsmanship. Got to play hard, but you got to respect your opponent, and it's nice to see a player picking somebody up.
But this is going to be, ironically, unsportsmanlike conduct against Soledad. I'm not sure what happened there, but maybe somebody said something. So that's a break for Alisal, picking up pretty valuable yardage at this point in the game. So 1st and 10 at their looks like the Soledad 40-yard line. Renneria getting the call from Coach Cesar Chavez. Waiting for the officials now to start play. Looks like they're explaining something to the coaching staff. We're ready to go now. Dana Peterson blowing the whistle to start play. That's a give to Segovia, who still on his feet. It picked up the first down, then some. You got a host of Soledad Aztecs around him, and he was still on his feet toward the end of that play. So first down for the Alisal Trojans. Definitely moves the chains.
There was a little counter action by the quarterback where he opens up and reverse pivots. And I did not know if they pulled the guard, play side guard, but a little fullback delay with a counter action
first down
by the QB.
Not much for Segovia there. Winds up in a little pile, but picks up about 3 yards on that.
Isaac, the varsity football team, I love you very
Yeah, Alisal going with their bread and butter. Segovia, you know.
Segovia has run for over 120 yards at least 4 times this season with the Carmel game last week, and has just surpassed that here tonight. So, showing his sustained effort here this season. And that's another give to Segovia, who weaves his way up, and he's got a first. Looks like he's very close to another Alisal first down.
Going back to that counter look by the quarterback, reverse pivoting.
20-yard line.
That's going to bring up third and about 1.
21-yard line. Third down. And a long one. 3rd and 2, we'll call it.
Good push by the Alisal offensive line here, starting to establish.
So you got to wonder if fatigue, Coach, if fatigue is coming into it for this Soledad defensive line. They've been on the field basically the entire third quarter, with the exception of maybe about a minute and a half. So on their heels at this point. And again, another give to Segovia. Doesn't find much, but depends on where he falls in the placement of this ball. But
conditioning's critical in high school football. You got to play 4 quarters of football. Looked like Soledad made a little inside backer stunt there and met Segovia in the hole there, short of the first down gain. So it looks like a 4th and 1 there, Coach?
Yeah, not enough for a first down. So it's a short one with the clock ticking at little less than 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. So again, Renteria under center. He's got Segovia in the backfield. And that's give to Segovia. And again, not much on 4th down. We might have fallen forward and gotten that.
They ran behind the big guy. Duenas.
Yeah, that's enough for a first down. Yeah, I wonder what that play's called. Just the Duenas right.
yeah. Duenas
50,
right.
52 follow.
Yeah, 52 follow. Yeah.
So a quick another shout out to our sponsors for Friday Night Lights, and that's the Pizza Factory in Salinas, a couple locations on Natividad and North Main. Now I think they just opened one down in Gustine too. So here's a quick pitch out there. It looks like that's to Corona, who finds a little bit of running. Oh no, that's to
Corona, the right side, using his blockers.
Oh, that was Maciel. So looked like Corona was out there blocking.
Yeah.
Showing his versatility.
Went back to that little toss play, and Maciel got to get the touch there.
2nd and 4 for the Trojans.
So it's a nice little pickup, brings up second and a little less than 5 yards, 2 minutes, 36 seconds. Alisal moving the ball, a little movement down there, but no whistle. Now we get a whistle, a little late whistle. So looks like that might be that's going to be an encroachment against Salinas, and that's going to bring up enough for a first down. So now it brings up a 1st and goal, Coach.
Yeah, that's a tough one, jumping off sides down there, man. You don't want to do that. You got to keep your composure,
8-yard line. First down, Trojans.
Alisal sometimes will do that quick set with the wing back going in motion. He'll go in motion, then he'll set, and then they'll run the play. And it's kind of like trying to draw you off sides.
And that's Segovia dancing into about the 3-yard line there.
Little midline action where the QB steps back and gives kind of right at the center's backside there. And then Segovia can choose his own hole. Little midline option play there.
They ran that quite a bit last week too, right?
Well, they did at time. In the second half, they tried to go mid. In the first half, we took away both A gaps. So we took the midline away where they had to go just veer. And we actually allowed them to run the veer.
Pitcher Corona looking for an edge, and he finds that edge. It looks like if he's inbounds, that's a touchdown. So Corona, who was banged up yesterday, is down on that play. So we have a flag on the play, and with Corona down, we're going to take this opportunity to just take a short break, and we will be back after this this announcement.
And he's on his feet.
And we are back, and it looks like Corona's up and jogging off the field on his own volition, and that's good to see. Might have been a little late hit there. Oh, that's going to be holding. So that touchdown will come back. No touchdown for the holding call. And that ball's going to come back to the about the 15-yard line. So it's a big penalty for Alisal.
Yeah, it looked like Alisal was going to go down there and maybe get a 3-score lead there, and it's still a 2-score game here.
So still second down, but second and goal. Alisal working quickly. Renteria with that pitch. Now that pitch is out to number 20. That's Jose Hernandez, who looks to fight through some running room. Looks like he picked up about 5 yards. Going to bring up third down.
Nice cut upfield way to try and head north and south on that.
Excuse me, to the
little option game there by the quarterback pitching.
8-yard line, 7-yard line.
There he is, running the option down the line, little pitch. And he makes the cut and he tries to go. He gets
nice
going.
Block there, picks up a
from your secret admirer.
Good block brought down by Olivas there.
Yep.
So nice tackle by Olivas. So third and goal here for Alisal about the 7-yard line. Looking to throw, and that ball is batted down by
nice play.
That is number Freeman out there on the corner.
Nice play, way to play the football down there.
Yeah.
He got inside on the corner, but the corner recovered and knocked the ball down.
Right. Nice hands on that cornerback. So fourth down, and with a kicker like Montano is perfect for tonight. We're seeing him from the right hash here. And
24-yard field goal attempt for 44 Montano.
As a left-footed kicker, this is still a good angle for him. Ball is down. The kick is good. It's up straight through the goalpost. So that's 4 for 4 on PATs and 2 field goals for Montano. So nice night for him. So with the score now, 27-14, 41 seconds left to go in the third quarter, we will take a short break and be right back.
Mr. and Mrs. Solis and the junior class in the Snack Shack, great job.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
The
Yes.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
So as we get ready to kick off with 41 seconds left to go in the third quarter, Bruce Deeney with Dan Brown from MCAETtv. Quick shout out to Salinas Valley Truck Stop for feeding all the McCate staff here at the Alisal High School tonight. So Salinas Valley Truck Stop with some great dinner tonight for our crew. The Salinas Valley Truck Stop at over there on Verlin Avenue. We've got a nice kickoff from Montano back, and that's going to go in the end zone and come out to the. So Soledad will take over. Nice stop for Soledad.
Really big stop there. It keeps it within a 2-score game, so 27-14 here. Big defensive stop down there, holding them for the field goal.
Got another shout out to number 31, David Maciel.
But I tell you, that kicker, Abraham, Montano from Alisal kicks it in the end zone again. Nice weapon, you got to start your defense on the 20-yard line.
Montano showing how valuable he is to this Alisal team. And so Soledad starting on their own 20. Let's see what Coach Eric Rodriguez has up his sleeve. So little run play with Gonzalez picks up about back to the line of scrimmage.
No gate on the play, 2nd and 10 for the Aztecs.
Yeah, it looked like number 10 there, outside backer. Alfaro Avaro was stout there on that off tackle play. Met the back right in the hole there.
Alvaro, a 4-year member of this Alisal football program. He will be missed. Good athlete. We've got Flores again under center. And that give is to Gonzalez, who finds an edge. He's outside, and looks like he had some running room there. And brought down by Frankie Hernandez. Helped trip him up over there. So time ticks off on the third quarter. We've got the score 27-14. Take a minute to move the chains and be right back after this short break. And we are back after the after a little break. Soledad with the ball, third and about probably 4 yards on their own. Looks like their own 28-yard line, and a couple scores around. We're looking at Seaside reporting. Seaside up 17-7 over Alvarez. Earlier score, Gonzalez was up 28-7 over Harbor. We've got Aptos now 24-13 over Salinas with about 8 minutes left. So good game over there as we come back to Soledad. We've got Flores in the shotgun, and it looks like a little hard count, but we might have had some movement for Soledad, which could push them back, and that's a tough play for Soledad. Another score, Soquel was up 13-7 over Marina. And, of course, last night, big win for Palma, 49-28 over Hollister. Tomorrow we've got some action. We've got Pajaro Valley at Robert Louis Stevenson. North Monterey County is at St. Francis, and King City will be at San Lorenzo Valley. So we got a little fumble picked up by Gonzalez, who's scooting down the sideline. He's showing his speed, chase there, and he was tripped up by by Ezekiel Rodriguez, who really closed fast. We're going to get another look at that, but Gonzalez picks up that fumble and just scoots down the sideline.
Yeah, the ball just bounced right back up to him as he was in stride, and he caught the ball and just kept going.
And Rodriguez with a shoestring tackle, just saving that touchdown for Alisal.
Way to keep playing there. Yeah. Big tackle down the field.
So that's proof that you just keep playing.
Absolutely.
Don't give up, right?
Whistle to whistle.
Both teams there. That gives it to Gonzalez, who finds room up the middle, looking for an edge, and brought down. Great tackle there by number 24, Eduardo Rodriguez. So that could have been another touchdown-saving tackle.
The secondary back there for Alisal making some big tackles.
Chris Gonzalez showing his athleticism here as we move into the fourth quarter. Second and about 11:15 to go. And that's a give again to Gonzalez, who fights his way up, and he's close to a first down. So it's been all Gonzalez right now. It looks like somebody might have a little cramp down there on the field. But it's going to be maybe about 2 yards. So we've got Trojan, looks like he's injured on the field. Good time to take a little break and thank our sponsors. We'd like to thank Monterey County Herald, again, for helping to promote Friday night football games, and John Devine for tweeting it out during the week. These games being broadcast by MCAETtv Student Network. The Herald supports this season is a demonstration of their support for our MCAET students who are learning skills for future arts, media, and entertainment careers. We appreciate the Herald. We appreciate John Devine for shooting out the scores. It's a one-man band there for sports on the Monterey Peninsula. John does a fine job keeping everyone up to date. So it's a good time to take a little break. We're going to step away for a little notice from our sponsor. We'll be back in just a minute.
Hey, Dad. I need your help asking Jessica to prom.
Of course. Love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Hey, Jessica. Will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
That's on Andres Mandujano, who is hobbling off the field, but he looks like he's going to be okay. He's showing that his knees are still good. So with a little wiggle waggle there as he comes off the field, bringing some smiles to his teammates' faces. So that's good to see him moving well.
Shout out to number 38 on the varsity team. Number 38.
Always nice to see an athlete get up on his own and get off the field on his own.
Oh, yeah. So with the clock now moving, which is interesting. They're ticking some clock. But the Soledad with third and call it 2. Moving the ball. It's been all Chris Gonzalez here on this drive. So as clock is ticking, that might have been a timeout. So Alisal timeout. It's a perfect time for a little break, and we'll be right back after this.
I got some Oxy after I hurt my neck. First, I took them to feel better. Then, I just kept taking them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
And we are back at Alisal High School. 10:32 to go in the game in the fourth quarter here. It's Alisal 27, Soledad 14. Shout out to our sponsors, MCAETtv Insurance and the Car Lot and Pizza Factory. Have been great sponsors for MCAETtv Sports this season. So big thanks to our sponsors. So it is 3rd and about 2. Soledad with Flores under center. And that is a give to Gonzalez, who is not able to find running room. And he is brought down there by
Alexis Lopez, the big number 60 inside tackle there. Big play right there. Big play, Bruce.
So when you're, I know you're more on the defensive side of the ball, but you see a player like that, he's got to come into your game planning, right, Coach?
Absolutely. You know, he's getting off the football quickly, and he's a tough guy to block. And obviously, he slipped a block there, and he penetrated for a nice tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
So big 4th down now for Soledad.
Critical.
Big 4th down. It's 4th and about. A long 4, a short 5. Clock ticking, 9:46, and let's see if they can convert here. Flores looking to throw the ball. He's got a receiver. He's got to leave us open in the corner of the end zone, and that is Madrigal. Number 19, Madrigal with the reception. He was wide open in the corner of the end zone. So Soledad finding the end zone here with 9:35 in the 4th quarter, making this a ball game.
Big play. Quarterback rolled out to his left to his sideline and reset his feet and put it in the back of the end zone.
Tough pass to make for any quarterback.
Absolutely. Set his feet. He did a good job. Good poise there.
So leave us to hold. That kick is up and good. So with 9:35 in the 4th quarter to go, we got a ball game again. So it's Alisal 27, Soledad 21.
Big series by Soledad to capitalize on a touchdown. You know, on that extra point, number 15 there by Soledad. It was a high snap, and that Olivas, again, got the ball down, and the kicker got the kick through. Within 6 points here, Bruce, 4th quarter.
So with 9 minutes to go, a little over 9 minutes to go, it is a 1 touchdown game here, less than that.
I tell you, you know, you got to tip your hat to Soledad. You know, they're hanging in there, and you know, to keep that drive alive, and you know, a big 4th down play. I tell you what, man, I'm very impressed with them. And you know what, great high school football game tonight here. Really well played, well officiated, everything.
Well played, well coached here tonight. Keeping it pretty fresh. Both coaches showing the depth of their playbook. We've got Madrigal to kick off, and a nice high kick. That's going to be fielded back on the Soledad 5 by Enrique Ibarra, who was forced out of bounds there at the that 25-yard line. So Alisal taking over at their 25-26 yard line. 9:28 to go in the 4th quarter. Alisal's up 27-21. Ball game, Coach.
Alisal getting the ball here, and you could probably anticipate 32 touching the football here. You know, Segovia. We'll see what happens.
You know, it's probably too early to just try to swallow the ball, but you expect to see them keeping the ball on the ground and in the hands of their strong running back, Segovia, which we see there.
Yep, Segovia there inside. Quick hitter again for what, probably 3 or 4. Looked like about maybe three there.
So bringing up 2nd and about 7 here. Shout out to our MCAET staff with our fearless leader, Hamish Tyler, Kent Tegmeyer, and Tom Moneyham, and Chuck Parker, and our interns, Dylan Holmes and Matt Marin, doing a great job in the truck tonight. So looks like a quick pitch out there to Corona, who takes it out to the sideline, and looks like it's forced out of bounds there. You'd probably be telling you guys to try to keep it in bounds as much as you possibly can. Stay between the sidelines at this point, Coach, right?
Absolutely. It looked like he cut up trying to get a little extra yards, and then he got popped out of bounds there. But you know, they get big gain there though. 1st down. That toss play has helped them offset the inside run by Segovia.
Really helps spreading those linebackers to the perimeter, and you know they're on defense a lot. They're getting tired.
Absolutely. There's that little midline. QB steps back.
Segovia showing his athleticism there, just holding onto the ball. Talk about that, Coach. Just keeping the ball into sure hands. How important is that at this point in the game?
Ball security is critical. You have to take care of the football, and especially in this offense, with the QB will ride the ball carrier through the hole, and sometimes that ball gets loose sometimes. But very important for ball security here.
Renteria with the give to Segovia, who fights up close to a first down.
That hit quick. Looked like they went on first down right there, the way that thing hit.
Not much misdirection there. Let's just give the ball to Segovia.
Almost looked like they ran up to the line of scrimmage, boom, and went on first
Third
down.
and short. Clock is running. 7:38 to go in the fourth quarter.
49-yard line, 3rd down and 1 for the Trojans. It's 7:30 and counting here in the fourth quarter.
3rd and 1. Quick pitch out to David Maciel. He gets a corner, he gets an edge, and he's out there up the sideline to about the 30, looks like 36, 37-yard line.
There's that toss play again. That's been a little ace card for them tonight.
Alisal moving the chains. Nice ball placement at the 35-yard line. Of course, he went out of bounds, so that stops the clock at 7:22. Alisal with the give to Segovia. Battles for a couple of yards there.
Segovia again putting in work.
And Segovia, after a big about 230 yards last week against Carmel, one a great team, and a little beat up. Took a day or two off of practice. He was not practicing when I was out here the other day, and so rested for tonight and showing what he can do, getting close to 200 yards tonight. And that quick pitch out to Corona, who looking for an edge, and at there by big number 52, Victor Ocampo, senior. Had a great career for Soledad.
Yeah, back to that Segovia. We played on Saturday, so I'm sure he was feeling it by Monday or even Tuesday, Bruce. Needing a couple days off to rest, but he's back in action tonight, man.
Renteria under center, and that's a give to Segovia, who is following Isaac Duenas up for about 3 or 4 yards. It's going to bring up 4th down. So it's going to bring up 4th and call it about 3 yards here, Coach, with about
big
5 minutes, a little under 6 minutes to go. The clock is running. So 4th and about, call it 3.5. And
Soledad needs to stop here. They need to get the ball back. Here, big play right here, Coach. Big play right here.
So, I'm looking at the number 52, and we'll see what Alisal has planned here.
Back to the toss.
Pitch to Maciel, and looks like he got enough for a first down, but that's we're going to have a flag on that. And that right in the place where you'd expect to see offensive holding. So that could change things a little bit. Could bring up a...
Looks like face mask.
Called against Soledad.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so that's going to give them give Alisal first down.
Big play. Bad timing there for Soledad.
So a big, huge first down for Alisal here with 5 minutes, 23 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, up 27-21.
They went back to that toss play. It's good. The toss play for Alisal is kind of like a short passing play.
Sure, between Corona and Maciel, that's been a terrific play for them. Give right up the middle to Segovia, who gets up to about the 6 yard line.
To the 7-yard line.
So it looks like we've got a Alisal player down.
9-yard pickup on the play.
So Segovia picks up about 9 yards, but we're going to take a short break and be right back after this announcement.
Got a quarter?
Back at Alisal High School, I'm Bruce Deeney with Dan Brown. We're coming to you live with Alisal up 27-21 over Soledad. Soledad putting up a fight here, and it's been a battle all night long, mostly on the ground, but we've also had a couple of big pass plays. Soledad scoring to go to get their to make this close with a nice pass play from Flores to Madrigal. Flores finding Madrigal on a nice little back shoulder route in the corner of the end zone. So it looks like Navarro is up and moving now.
There's a couple of key fourth down plays for both teams, and both teams got the first to keep the drive alive. Soledad going down to make it 27-21 there on a 4th and 4. Scored a touchdown on that, and now down here on the flip side, Alisal to keep a drive alive on a 4th and 4. 5 went to the toss play. There was a penalty there, but ended up getting the first down.
Yeah, big drive extending face mask call against the Soledad Aztecs, giving Alisal a shot here. Alisal on about the 6-yard line. Renneria under center, and that's a give to Segovia, who powers his way up. Looks like he gets a couple yards. It's brings up 2nd and goal. So Alisal on the doorstep here again. Got an update. We've got Aptos 24-21 over Salinas with about 6 minutes left over there, and Salinas got the ball and moving. So close game between Aptos and Alisal.
Ball's taken down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal for the Trojans.
Second and goal here. 4:35, clock moving. And that ball's picked up by number 21. That is Roman Barragan, who looks like he's going to take this ball. Segovia's trying to catch up there, and that is
take care of the
Barragan
football.
Taking it all the way back for a Soledad score, and that is a huge turn of events here, Coach. We're just talking about ball security.
Ball security, I tell you, and it creeps up on you, especially late in the ball game sometimes. And Bruce, you had just been speaking about that, and sure enough, bam, there it is.
So Barragan picking that. Usually you talk about scoop and score with short yardage, but he picked that up on the 6 and had and that was about a 94-yard, fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Unbelievable. Ran it back all the way, and you know who was chasing him down the field there was Segovia.
All the way to Segovia. Did not quit on that play. So we've got Madrigal in to kick the extra point with Olivas to hold for Soledad. Big point here. Score tied. Madrigal gets that ball, and that is good. So Soledad taking the lead. What a turn of events here. Soledad up 28-27 with 4:17 to go in the fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this message.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
Lots of time.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
And boy, do we have a football game tonight for MCAETtv. I'm Bruce Deeney with my good friend Dan Brown tonight. We're having a lot of fun out here, and we've seen a great ball game tonight. Soledad just taking the lead. If you're just joining us, it is 28-27 with 4:17 to go in the fourth quarter.
Back and forth, big plays. Looked like Alisal was going to pull out, and Soledad hung in there, got the turnover, and big play.
David Madrigal to kick for Soledad. That's a high kick, and that looks like it's going to be returned by Enrique Ibarra, who's finding a little room on the sideline and gets that ball out to about the 27-yard line. So a little different strategy now, Coach. The strategy was to try to keep the ball between the sidelines for Alisal, and now they find themselves with the back against the wall. They do have a great kicker. We've seen that in Abraham Montaño. Maybe that could be the difference in the game, but they're well away from field goal territory now. So now the strategy is to,
I think Alisal will still play their game. I don't think they're forced into a situation quite yet having to maybe do something that they don't want to do. I think they're still going to stick with what they do.
So on the right back with the give to Segovia, and
the quarterback. Diaz tackled by number 1, Marcus Morales. And Diaz shaken up. That's not it.
Or that might have been it. Yeah, that's
61.
I think that was the QB.
So that it looked like he kept that ball.
Yeah. Little follow.
So rather than handing that ball off, he just steps right behind Segovia, and Segovia turns into lead blocker. Is that what happens?
Absolutely. The veer play is the QB will ride the back through the hole, and occasionally he will pull that ball. Normally they run option down the line of scrimmage, and he'll pitch the football to the back, coming around on the high motion. But he'll also follow the fullback as a lead blocker through that hole, through the B gap that they're running through. And in that case, the QB kept on that one.
3:57, just under 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. The clock is running, second and about 6 here now for Alisal. And that is a pitch out to, looks like to Maciel, and he's got that first down. Oh, and that, looks like there might have been a fumble on the play. Soledad is signaling that it's their ball. But we'll see. So that's going to be, Alisal's going to retain possession of that. That'll be a first down. So Maciel gets the first down. I'm not sure who recovered that or if that was already out of bounds when that happened. There was a crowd of players around.
A lot of commotion over there on Soledad sideline. They're fired up,
So that seemed to think that they might have recovered that, but it might have been out of bounds. So Alisal moving the ball with the ball at their own 48-yard line. Let's say give to looks like he kept that. Looked like Renteria keeping on that play. Picks up about 2-yard line. Picks up about 2 yards on that. Clock running with 3:10 to go in the fourth quarter.
A little bit more than 3 minutes left.
Renteria bringing his team up the line of scrimmage. He's got Segovia in the backfield. And that is pitch out to Maciel. Find the quarter. And he picks up the first down. And we've got a little extracurricular activity in the backfield. There's 2 flags on the play, but it looks like that might have been a roughing the passer against, or unnecessary roughness against Miguel Vargas on Soledad. Maybe a late hit on might have been a late hit on Renteria there. I'm not sure what that last flag was for.
Holding call against the Trojans.
So that's going to be...
The penalties are offsetting.
So holding against the Trojan, holding against Alisal, and looks like a rough... unnecessary roughness against Alisal, or against Soledad, might have offset there.
That's what it
looked
like.
I don't think we got a call on that second penalty. But
yeah.
So that's going to be 2nd and 8. So it's just a do-over, basically.
And it actually helped Soledad in that case because that was a first down. They ran the option, got around the turn there. So replay the down here.
So 2nd and 8, 2:49.
Football fans, make some noise.
Pitch.
Went back to that toss.
Corona trying to find a little edge there, but he might have picked up a couple yards, but He's brought down, looks like maybe a gain of 2, so it's going to bring up third down and about 7 here.
Soledad defended that play very well this time.
Really stretched it out. Right?
Yeah. They didn't force it initially, but they did. They stretched it out to the sideline.
Big third down. And that give is to Segovia, who tries to go up and over that pile. And yeah, he picked up a couple of yards, and so it's going to be fourth and about 2.5. Yeah, fourth and about a little over 3 yards here with the clock ticking just under 2 minutes, 1:56. Big fourth down for Alisal here.
Looks like
so that's going to be a timeout for Soledad. Big fourth down play here coming up for Alisal. When we come back, right now it's 28 Soledad, 27 Alisal, 1:47 on the clock, and we'll be back after this short announcement.
MCAETtv. We educate, we create, we deliver.
That's a great look at our MCAET interns and camera operators here tonight. They do such a great job bringing this game to you every week. So big shout out to our interns, Dylan, Matt in the booth there, along with Brandon and Archer. We got a ball game here. It's 1:47 to go in the fourth quarter. Alisal, big fourth down, fourth and about 5, and it looks like they may have just drawn. Soledad offside.
Toledo.
So that would be
you got.
We're talking here. We had motion on Alisal, which is typical, but that's going to be that is a big, huge penalty. It goes in Alisal's favor.
You got to keep your composure. You can tell there's some intensity going on down there. And Soledad's been fired up, playing with a lot of enthusiasm, but you got to keep your composure on that. First down, Alisal.
So big first down for Alisal. And that give is to Segovia, who battles his way for about a four-yard gain there.
I don't think I've never seen him fall backwards. That kid falls forward all night long.
Tough player.
Yep.
So with the clock moving, Alisal doing what they do, getting the line of scrimmage quickly. Give to Segovia again, and he's up and over again, bounding forward. He's close to a first down. So we've got a Soledad player who's a little slow getting up.
That's number 50, Chad Toy.
Chad Toy, a little slow getting up. The staff attending to him, but we're going to take a little break here with about a little over a minute left, and Alisal moving the ball. We'll be back after this announcement.
Growing up, I was kind of reserved and quiet, and then when I got on the soccer field, I sort of just left all that behind me. My friends and I, we would laugh and scream and just have so much fun. And so as I started playing soccer and getting more into it, at school I realized it was easier for me to make friends and connect, just because that camaraderie I had on the soccer team, I felt like I could do that in real life. Why not?
Toy able to hobble off the field, and 3rd and 2 with the give to it's a keep and a pitch to Maciel, who gets outside, spins, fights for a few extra yards, got the first down, but that ball's going to be blown dead. It was stripped, but we heard the whistles even from up here, but that is Soledad fighting on every play. That was David Madrigal trying to strip that ball away, but the whistle had blown.
Smart defensive move by Soledad, trying to get a strip. You never know. Ball security again coming into play here.
Two hands on that ball. So we've got final score for you in the Salinas game. Salinas 28, Aptos 24. So Salinas prevailing. Big game tonight. So Aptos dropping the last 2 games. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Aptos, yes. Yep.
So we're back here with 53 seconds to go. Alisal moving the ball. They got a first down on the Soledad 29-yard line. The clock is moving, and we've got a laundry all over the place. As looked like Renteria was looking to throw there. That'll stop the clock with 42 seconds. So false start. We haven't seen one of those. They've been pretty clean all night long, and that's the first false start that we've seen against Alisal. So it's going to be first and about 15. Again, they do have a kicker in Abraham Montano. He's been perfect tonight, 2 for 2 in field goals. He's 4 for 4 for extra points. So Alisal looking to get at least in field goal territory. Running with the gift to Segovia, who's got running room. He is brought down at the Soledad 15 by Jacob Olivas, who just had to drag him down.
And now they're in position to kick a field goal here. You got a first down here, though.
So you got to be thinking field goal. You got to be thinking Abraham Montano. But with 25 seconds on the clock, maybe they're going to take a little time to think about it. So we've got a timeout. Alisal, we're going to take a short break and be right back.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? And now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
And there we are back at Alisal High School. Bruce Deeney with Dan Brown for MCAET Sports. Friday Night Live, and boy, are we seeing a ball game. There has been no quit in any of these players tonight, Coach.
I tell you what, outstanding high school football game. A lot of enthusiasm tonight.
Renteria under center. 1st and 10. Give to Segovia, who just powers straight ahead. He gets up to about, looks like he's about to the 10-yard line. So it's going to be another Alisal timeout with 18 seconds on the clock. Coach, when you call a timeout right here, we're going to stay with you through this timeout. But what are you telling your players at this point?
Well, obviously, you're telling them to ball control. If you're Alisal, if you're Soledad, you might be trying to strip the football here. They're down in field goal range. Obviously, everybody's got to do their part. So you can't do something that you're not supposed to do. You got to do it's the assignment, it's the alignment, and do your thing. But I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm Alisal, I definitely make sure I'm taking care of that football. They run that veer option game, so sometimes that ball gets out and about a little bit on the handoff with the back or with the quarterback carrying the football.
And like David Madrigal did, it was a little too late after the whistle, but he stripped that ball out, and it showed how quickly things can turn around.
Absolutely.
And we also had
looks like they're going to kick it now here, maybe.
Oh, looks like that Montano is in the game. Abraham Montano has been perfect tonight. He's 2 for 2 on field goals. This looks like it's going to be about a 17, call it about a 25-yard field goal here for Montano. Left-handed kicker. Marcial gets it down, and that is
pulled it
wide to the right side. Wide to the right side. Montano was perfect tonight. We're looking at the field to see if there are any flags. There are no flags. So Alisal,
change of possession,
is going to turn this ball over to Soledad, who is up a point with 13 seconds. Whoa, what a turn of events. Coach, we have not seen any player in tonight's game give up. They've every one of these players has played hard.
4 quarters of football. I tell you, I'm impressed with all these players tonight, the coaching staff. I feel a little bit sad here for Alisal. Last senior game here, home game, but the kicker just pulled it to wide right a little bit. Looked like it was a good snap, good hold, but nobody here should be ashamed of anything here.
So looks like Soledad is in a victory formation, and they'd be wise just to take that knee right here.
Yep.
And hopefully the players are going to shake hands and just show some respect at the end of this game, because it was a hard-fought battle. And I tell you, you can't ask any more from your high school athletes than just to play hard till the last second. This is a huge win. So Soledad finishes their season with 3 straight wins, and hats off to Coach Eric Rodriguez, who's been doing a great job down there all season. And Coach, a little turn of events here, a little surprise here at the end of the game with Soledad coming out on top 28-27.
There was a period there, late third quarter, early fourth quarter. It looked like Alisal was going to take the ball game in control, and it just swung on a momentum shift and a big play with the run back touchdown and a missed field goal, and there you had it. Soledad though came to play excellent high school football.
Roman Berrigan picking up that fumble on the looked like on the Alisal 5-6 yard line, and scampering 95 yards for a touchdown was the difference here tonight in a hard-fought battle. What a football game tonight, and just give a shout out to our one of our sponsors again tonight, Salinas Valley Truck Stop, for feeding our crew tonight. They did a great job. What a football game here at Alisal tonight. Soledad coming in and playing their hearts out, showing the fight to the very end of the game. Getting a little bit chippy toward the end, but you kind of expect that in a close game. Alisal playing with class the entire night on their senior night. Yeah, you had, your heart goes out to them as both teams played hard tonight. But for MCAETtv, I am Bruce Deeney with Dan Brown. It was sure a lot of fun working with you tonight, Dan.
Bruce, I appreciate it, man. I enjoyed it.
It's great fun up here, huh?
Man, it's awesome, man. Great atmosphere. Great job tonight calling the game, Bruce, man. Real great opportunity to work with you out here.
What a lot of fun. Again, a shout out to our crew at MCAET, led by Hamish Tyler, and MCAETtv, the Media Center for Art, Entertainment, and Technology, run by the Monterey County Office of Education. For MCAETtv, I am Bruce Deeney. And this has been a terrific football game with Soledad coming out on top 28-27. Hey, maybe we'll see you in the playoffs. Thanks so much, and good night.
The preceding program was made possible in part by the Nancy Eccles and Homer Hayward Family Foundation, the Digital Media Foundation, Yellow Brick Road, and the Arts Council for Monterey County. A big thank you from MCAETtv.